Hey everybody, I'm sorry. I had took a nap, hunty, and I overslept. I overslept. So let me go down the list. Hey Ruby. Ooh, child. Hey Wendela. Hey Tiffany. Hey Tiffany. Yeah, there was a fight that happened today between two bloggers slash vloggers. That is crazy. It says Chastity got off for Chrisean's donation. What? They ain't got that much. I believe they all was on the scheme. Yeah, there was a fight between. Well, I can name drop because Hot T wanted to make it known that she handled business as Chrisean's fan or supporter. She put the word fan, so I put the word fan first. I'm gonna have to figure out how to edit the video of the actual beef tomorrow. Let me see if this is coming in clear. Tomorrow. Let me try two different connections here. I'm gonna try a different connection. And then we're gonna begin. This is insane in the membrane. But let me just try this connection and we'll get into all of what happened. I wasn't going to go live, but I figured I got up at 9. A couple of minutes, a couple of hours late. But that don't mean I can't do my 7 p.m. live still, right? So let's see if that's coming in clearer. Let me do this. How about this? We gotta be looking at this as clear as possible. Let me refresh it first. Let's see how that does. That does good, then I want it to come in a little bit more clearer, guys. So just give me one more second. All right, so let's change the connection and it should be better when we change this connection here. Because we got to get this as clear as possible. All right, here we go. So that should be better. Okay, so anyways, I just woke up, went on to Instagram. Lord forgive me for laughing because these are grown folks and we're taking it a little bit too far for fans and supporters. When you start putting paws on people. Well, allegedly, I was asking you, this is the girl I was asking you guys for her Instagram handle, not knowing that she goes by a few names, but I actually was looking at a YouTuber doing an interview with her, and I actually subscribed to the channel because of her being on an interviewer's channel, which is a vlogger on YouTube. And I also went and followed her on Instagram. She has a private Instagram page and she accepted my follow. And hi Inel. I mean Linnell. I said, oh Inel. Ooh, child. Linnell, I'm sorry for tearing your name up. It says, what's up, SL? Hey, Big Red. Hey, sis. Nah, I just woke up into some straight drama. We got some people up here doing the WWF and some boxing tonight. Squaring up, meeting up to square up to shoot the ones. I think hands down, no disrespect to none of these bloggers. We have a fun time with it. I think Hot T won that one. She kind of got the one up on her. She looked like she took a lot of her frustration out on old girl with the blue hair. Yeah, she caught a fade. She caught a fade. Yeah, she caught a fade. Yeah, she caught a fade. So I just took a little recording of this beautiful beam footage here. She's making the joke out of it. We all do when we catch fades. You might as well just be a good sport. Hey, Tiffany, you might as well be a good sport and just take it as it comes, because we all don't have we win some, we lose some. You know what I'm saying? And to be a poor sport about losing a fight, you know what I'm saying, a beef, that ain't nothing to be really mad about. It's always next time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I think sometimes people be having, they be winning beefs with their mouthpiece, but when it comes time to take action, it's a different story. And I think this was different stories. Hands down, if I had to choose, I think that Hot T got one up on her. Now, am I gonna be in these streets, the real streets, doing that over somebody I don't know? And would they do that over me? Absolutely not. But everybody's different. But absolutely not. I would not be doing that. YouTuber gets a deny. Got a couple of knots on the head.
Yes, that's the
her head.
I would say right here where the head was hitting that pavement.
Love y'all. Tell hubby don't
I
know
got
how
it
true
denied.
it is. Thank you, Big Red. I certainly will. Setting up Chrisean Rock. Hot tea, hot chocolate. Came in. So I will be doing a commentary video on this. But we have
to be right here where the head was hitting that pavement. I got it denied. You get it? Denied.
No, we don't get it. So I will, like I said, I will be displaying this on. Let me see if I can loop this. So we can have some movement in here. No, I'll keep it like that. But anyways, I will be happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are in the chat. If I don't get a chance to say to you tomorrow, because tomorrow's Father's Day, happy Father's Day. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. But yeah, there was some ongoing smoke from social media. It can be very dangerous when you're trying to be about a life that you're not. That's why I always say I don't pay attention to people who even come for me, because I know in real life you're not going to give me that same energy. People look at my profile picture and they say, that light skinned high yellow, chick, man, I'll do something. I'll do something to her. And you don't judge a book by its cover. Please don't. I can only speak for myself, but I think that's a wise old saying. People get real caught up and confused, misconstrued, and they try to come for you. You know what I'm saying? They really try to come for you, and then when they see that this is real life, we're not on the internet no more. You feel what I'm saying? And you see them in real life, they don't give the same energy. If she wasn't giving the same energy from the body language that I saw. Now, I don't think that two grown women should have taken it to that point where they had to use hands. That to me is a little bit over the top. But it came to blows. I guess it was set up. They didn't just happen to be in traffic and look over at each other, and she was on one side of the road and you on the other. Y'all must have planned to meet up. That's what I mean. Just giving you an example. Hello, Michelle. Hello, I am Fat Dime. Tiffany says all humor. Exactly. I'm doing good, Odine, sweetie. So, like I said, I'm too grown for that. But see, but I'm just giving you an example of not what I would do. That's not the example that I'm trying to make you understand. But just how people will say and do or act one way on social media, but it's sometimes not worth my attention to be going back and forth with them, because at the end of the day, they're not going to give you that same energy when they see you in person. And obviously, the energy that this girl that we all know that allegedly, this is what they're saying. They're allegedly saying she high, Kishwar. They're allegedly saying had jumped. I mean, not jumped. Oh God, no, never that. had set up Chrisean Rock, her and Denot. This is what they're allegedly saying. They're allegedly, and this I know for a fact. This girl has been on her social media pages and talking about, people have called the police on Chrisean Rock, and people have been trying to get her arrested, but the police are not on their job. They're not moving quickly. So she was definitely on the team of, this is where Chrisean is at. Why aren't you guys getting here fast enough? She has warrants. You need to come and arrest her. She was on that chase. She was on that quest to get Chrisean arrested. It was a matter of time. She maybe Hot T did what Chrisean was gonna eventually do if she saw her. So maybe it was best that Hot T did it, where she might not be able to get her information and pull her into court. But if Chrisean and this chick, she's a channel holder. If they were matter of fact, I think it's Capping for Views. What's the name of the channel? Capping for Views. Let me see. Let's go over there. Search. Like I said, I don't get into all these capping, for reactions. Here it is here. I don't know if y'all can see that. All right, let me share this page. No, y'all can't see that because I'm not sharing the page. Duh, I just woke up. I'm sorry. Capping for. I'm going to just show it to you really quickly. Y'all go over and follow a channel. You know what I'm saying? That's the least thing I can do. Like I said, I don't think that they should be, getting into no squabbles like that. They're two young women, and it's not worth it. But let me see something. I will say I didn't want to put that on there because, oh boy. $13. Hold on 1 second. So this is so childish. They're doing all this over Chrisean Rock, and there's no way. But people do it. People will do it. So this is all right, let me see something. I probably missed something. Yeah, but anyways, this is it here. She also has a YouTube channel. So check her out. Like I said, I ain't throwing no shade on nobody. I ain't taking no sides because ain't nobody gonna be taking my side. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't think that it should have went to where it went to be quite honest with you. But it did. And it is what it is. Oops. Let me remove that really quickly. Remove. Capping for likes, yeah. I think that it went a little bit too far. This lady capping was admitting to call. Yeah, I already said it. Yep, Shakira. Right, and CPS on her every day, which is so sad. And she kept calling Junior slow, so she got everything she deserved. In my opinion, she got everything she deserved too. But in my opinion, she also she got handled. And if hands down, if you want to know my opinion from what I saw, Hot T had the one up on her, but it's bound to happen. You got to be careful, and this don't have to be just with bloggers and vloggers, shooting the ones, beefing. It can be with viewers disrespected a vlogger or content creator, or blogger, vlogger, whatever you want to call it, and then you see them in real life. You might not give that same energy, and you might catch a fade. You got to be careful. You don't know people's backstory. I know a lot. So I share a lot of mine, but you still don't know a lot of my backstory. You might sign the check you can't cash. That's all I'm gonna let you know. So that's why I'd rather just block people than to take it off of social media, because one, I'm too grown for that. Two, life's too short. And I don't have to have you in my life. I can just remove you. It says fighting on someone you don't know is beyond wild to me. I'm not risking my I'm trying to tell you, Sonya. Right. And that's what I said though. Even though, Hot T did get the one up on her, you're doing this over somebody you don't know. And will she do that for you? I just said that a minute ago, Sonya. So I agree with you 100%. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. Thanks, SL, for allowing us here all the info and keep us up to date. We appreciate your info, comments, and open discussions with your platform. Thank you so much, sis. Mwah. Thank you for your support, sweetie. Where is Junior? That's the only thing that actually important. Where is Junior's with Marsh? He is fine. Junior is fine. You don't have to worry about Junior because Junior is fine. You know what I'm saying? We got rumors that Carlissa's supposed to be taking him or trying to take him. But if she's trying to take him, she needs to step up to the plate and take him. And this is another thing I want to show you guys. Because like I said, the math wasn't mathing. Now, hot chocolate gives an update that looks like she has 20 days, but it could be lessened because they're overcrowded in the California jails, which is true. But Blueface's wasn't lessened. He did the whole time that they gave him to serve. Let me see. Hold on 1 second, guys. 19 mark. Ooh, oh boy. All right, here we go. So let's go to Blue Rock TV. I think it was on his page, the breakdown. Yeah, we ain't looking at that. I think this is it. Oh, here, yep, this is it right here. Blue Rock TV got it too, where you can see it a little bit better because it ain't in black. It says right here, jail as a condition of probation. Type Los Angeles County Jail. Term duration 30 days. Credits for time served 5 days. Conduct credit 5 days. So that totals 10 days. So hot chocolate said that, but the 5 days for time served is double. So she was saying it's 10. And then she was saying for conduct credit, it's also double. And they do that because the prisons are overcrowded in California. But when she gave that update that I just showed you right here, it's telling you she has 20 days to serve, which I was like, we'll just have to see. But it ain't mathing to me, is what I was basically trying to say. It's not mathing to me. It really wasn't mathing to me. Where's it at now? Let me go back to the math wasn't mathing. So right here it says Chrisean Malone is scheduled for release on 6/20/2024. Date may change. You will be notified again when the offender is released. So yeah, it wasn't mathing. She got 5 like good Samaritan days and then 5 days for being in there or whatever credited to her. So that's 10 days. She has to do a 30-day sentence. So that's why I was like, I don't know. I don't know. It might change, but I really thought that she had to do 20 days, but if they're doubling up the time, then the date should change. I don't know. But we'll see. Where's Junior? All right, let me see. We appreciate your information and opinions. Hey SO, I seen the video of oh Lord. Somebody get security, honey. Ooh, child. That is getting too. Y'all see how serious things can get for no reason? That is over the top. That is just too much. I don't get that one. I can't. I can't. Did y'all see the clip where they show Chastity talking about she's going somewhere, I guess on vacation with her son to California, but she ain't bringing no clothes. She's just bringing herself. She's gonna buy all new stuff when she gets to California. Somebody said maybe she's getting like the money from the baby daddy that she's having the baby from. You know, sometimes you'll get like a social security check or something because of the nature of the crime. And she's also pregnant with child from him. I don't know. But see, then again, I don't like to listen to like people's assumptions because sometimes when people are supporters and fans of these people, they go way over the top with these things that come up in their head to try to defend these people. Like they act like they're victims and they feel bad for them and they want to be they want to forgive them for their sins because they haven't crossed them yet, and they're fans and supporters to these people. So like Chastity probably got fans and supporters, so whoever try to put a battery in my back and had said to me, I can't remember who had said it, well maybe it's because of the dude that was unalive, maybe she's getting money for him. You're probably a fan of support and that's okay. But we know quickly you won't be a fan of supporter if she takes your money next, you know what I'm saying? Or she does something real foul to you. That's when you'll start to see that she's not a good person like you think that she is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them have turned out to not be really good people, if you ask me. Uh they turn out to be slime balls. And I'll tell you one thing. I know that Chrisean Rock has bigger fish to fry, but she knows that if her sister had a hand in trying to get her money on a Cash App, Chrisean has known her sister all her life. She knows that her sister was definitely taking money from her fans and supporters. But right now, she can't focus on that. And she probably wasn't focused on that. But at the same time, it is kind of shady how she cut off the phone conversation and only let us listen to a snippet of what Chrisean was saying on that phone call. Number one, why are you recording your sister? That right there is foul play. That right there is shady. Carlissa will exploit Junior, so no, he doesn't need to be with Carlissa's custody. Probably so, but like I said, right now he's with Marsh, so that's something we don't really have to worry about. I'm not worried too much about it. I feel like he's in safe hands with Marsh. I'm glad that he's not with nobody else but Marsh. Right, and like you said, Carlissa would definitely use him for clout, and he's not a clout baby. He's a baby. He's an innocent child. Can y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in, please? How much does Marsh business generate, and how much benefits from that? I have no idea. That's a good question, Jay. And stuff. She does eyelashes, and I'm quite sure that service is very expensive because that's a tedious process to put individual lashes into somebody's lash line. Last update released 620. Oklahoma allowed probation to be reinstated from most current info on Vine. My info from my information. Yeah, I bet it's been reinstated though, Tiffany. It was reinstated. Her information status was reinstated. It went from abscond to, like you said, reinstated. But it was reinstated once they knew she was in custody. But that doesn't mean that the terms of the reinstatement means that she don't have to come to Oklahoma. She might still have to. They might have to do the breakdown of what her probation is going to be going forward. So after she does, I guess, the 5 days because it says she's going to be released on June 20th because they're doubling up the 5-5. So that makes it 20 days that is going to be served. So she'll be getting out on the 20th of June, and then they said then she can go to Oklahoma. So if it got just reinstated, why would she have to still go to Oklahoma is the big question. Why do they still need her to go to Oklahoma if they reinstated it? They can just talk to her over the phone or do a Zoom, because a lot of times states will do a Zoom. They do a Zoom sometime when you're physically in the courthouse, where you're not physically in the court, but you're in another room in the courthouse and you're doing a Zoom. They can also do a Zoom from another state and they can tell her what her probation is. Why do they need her to physically come all the way to Oklahoma if they can tell her the stipulations of her new probation terms? That's why I'm saying she still could be looking at, just like California. They made her do what, 10 days. It was a 30-day sentence, but because of the overpopulation, that's the only reason why she got a break. And she didn't have to do 30 days. She only had to do 10 days. That's the only reason why. Other than that, her sentence was 30 days. Wow, so it was a fight. It's going too far. Yeah, it was a fight between two grown folk. I guess as I get older too, it looks weird to me when I see that. Older women fighting each other. When you take it that far because of the support you have for somebody that's online. Yeah, she's seen Chrisean in real life. Yeah, I guess she thinks that they're besties or friends or real close associates, but I think that's it's too far. Did you check the system? SLO Oklahoma took the hold off her and reinstated the probation. It will probably update in a couple of days. Show the warrant is lifted. Shakira, I already did that. The site that I go on is the same site Tiffany said she went on and got that notification. It's Vine. That's where I go. I told you the day she was arrested, it updated that same day. I looked on there later on that day. It updated that it was reinstated that same day. It said the same day, the 10th of June. It was I've been knew it was reinstated. I had said, put a Y in the chat. I don't know who was in here when I said it. I had looked it up and it doesn't say abscond anymore. It's active now. Active status. When I looked it up on the platform that I look up whether or not she had warrants. When I look on those states that I used to look up and see where she had warrants at, Baltimore, whatever, I looked up for Oklahoma and it didn't have abscond. And I also said, if you were in the chat, I also said I got an automated call that that the abscond was taken off. It was active status. So you just wasn't here when I said that. You haven't been here in a couple of days. But I'm way ahead of the game. Trust me. I've been knew that. And I was telling the my supporters in the chat that I got an automated call because I signed up for it. I signed up for it to get notifications. It says Blue has no say legal. I know because he's not on the birth certificate. I signed up for it. Someone was showing update docs showing the Oklahoma probation condition and that she be released in June. Yeah, no, I showed that too, Tanya. I'll probably pull it up again. You must have just came into the chat because I already pulled that up. She'll be getting out, yeah. And that statement is somebody must have signed up. Tiffany, did you sign up for notifications for those updates on CashApp? Because I get updates of like when she gets released from the facility. That's why I told you as soon as she's being expedited to Oklahoma, I will tell you as soon as I find out. If the phone wakes me up in the middle of the night and I can't sleep, because sometimes when the phone rings and I'm sleeping, I get woke up and I can't go back, I will immediately get online and tell you that she's on her way to Oklahoma. That's why I said I would immediately be able to tell you, because I get an automated call that she's being they'll tell you what they're doing with her. She's out to court. or they'll say this person has been released by bond. It'll tell you briefly but specifically what is going on with that person. Carlissa needs to go somewhere. I'm over her for real. Let me play catch up with these comments though. Being released on. Do anyone have proof that Marsh has an open? No, I don't. Judith, I don't have proof, and I don't be up on here talking about her having a CPS case because I don't talk too much about Marsh at all. She really don't even be in my conversation. So if somebody does have proof, they need to. Maybe they need to provide it to Judith because she wants to know that question. I want to know that question too because I don't understand how half these people get these ideas or conversations that they put on chats of what's going on in somebody's personal life. I never heard of Marsh having a CPS case. I really don't hear too much about Marsh. And when you do hear something about Marsh, it's always her being a good friend to Chrisean Rock. Let me see, read this again. Not on Chrisean, but Chastity for the fraud so Chrisean doesn't get in trouble. Right. She has to see the judge face. Right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I keep telling people, yeah, this says reinstate statement. That don't mean nothing. Some courts acknowledge because they've been in contact with California, courts. They know that the fugitive is now in custody. They look at it like she ain't going nowhere. The California acknowledges there's warrants. They can see that there's warrants by they looking her up in the system because she's in custody, their custody in California. So they're gonna have to, by law, get in touch with Oklahoma and tell them she's in our custody. What do you want us to do with her? And they will say what they want for Oklahoma to do. I mean, Oklahoma will say what they want to do with her. And once they know that they're not going to release her because of what Oklahoma is going to do with her, they will put, some states will put, even if you're not in their facility, they know you can't go anywhere, that probation has been reinstated. That means we caught the fugitive and the probation has never went away. You're still on probation. But how we're going to do your probation time is another thing. We won't know how Oklahoma is going to do her as far as probation until she gets in that courtroom. So she doesn't have to go to Oklahoma anymore. It's been reinstated, which means that probably will. Now, Shakira says that she doesn't have to go to Oklahoma. So does she have to go to Oklahoma? I want to hear yes or no in the chat. I want to see Y's for yes, she has to go to Oklahoma, or N for no, she doesn't have to go to Oklahoma. Can I see that? Because I'm hearing that she has to go to Oklahoma. Let me go down these comments. And the reason why I'm asking you guys is because I don't want to act like I'm the expert. Because people can get, because I got it mixed up too. That's why I brought it to my live the other day when I got the call that the abscond was taken off. It was an automated call from Vine. And then I went and looked up on Vine what they were talking about, and it said reinstated. And it confused me because I said she hasn't been to Oklahoma yet. She got to serve time in California first. Then they're going to extradite her. So let me get up here. Okay, I kind of figured that. Yes, 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 she will. I have no clue. I have no clue too. So that's why I'm asking you guys. I'm not going to just guess because it says reinstated. I'm just, because sometimes people will see the word reinstated and then they make up in their own mind, well, that means she doesn't have to go to a court. Well, that's a good deal if you've been running that long from Oklahoma and now that you got caught in California, now, right, I don't know either. I'd rather say I don't know than to guess. Right, SL? That would make more sense for the Zoom call, right? Exactly. She probably might do a Zoom, like I just said, which means she might not have to go in that sense, but she definitely has to be in contact with those Oklahoma courts. No, you can check online. Her probation was reinstated. There is no need for her to see the judge in Oklahoma. I I don't have to check online, Judith, because I just said, I'm gonna say it again. I've been new when she got arrested on the 10th. I got an automated call. I'm gonna say this again, that it was reinstated. I've been knew that. I came on there and shared it with you guys. I got an automated system. I signed up for the automated system, and I've been knew that. And I said it confused me. That's why I came to the internet and talked with you about it, because I want to know, people that were from that state, what did that mean? That she doesn't have to go to Oklahoma because it's been reinstated, or that some states like Oklahoma, when they know that a fugitive is in custody, then and they know they're not going anywhere, they reinstate the probation. They have the terms of what the probation is going to be, which we don't know what the terms of the probation is going to be right yet, because nobody has pulled up any information on that, or any information hasn't became available. However, I'm going to say this again. um we don't know, even if she don't have to physically go to Oklahoma, we don't know the terms of the probation. It has to be. She might even have maybe house arrest in California. From but it's an Oklahoma, you know what I'm saying? But it's an Oklahoma sentence. It has to be really serious for them to come and get you from another state. A probation. Oh, says I'm on probation, and that's what they do once you caught. It gets reinstated, but she still has. Thank you. That's what I was saying. But you know what, Miss B Haven, I was confused, because I'm saying, why would they reinstate her? She's not even in physically in their courts in that state. So that's why the day, which was June 10th, when I got the call, automated system, I said, why would they reinstate it? She didn't physically come to their courts. But some states will reinstate it, because they already specifically told the state that arrested her, do not release her. So they know she's in custody, even if it's not in their custody. They all work together. They just don't work together when it comes to them having to transport, because it costs money. That's when the states don't work together. It's like, no, if you want us to transport this fugitive, you got to pay up. And so I live here and have access to the parole records. So no, it's all been worked out. Release 620. Okay, it's release 620 from California, and I'm gonna pull this up again. I don't want us to be confused. I want us to be educated. So let's because if anybody would know this, would be would be Hot Tea. She's very close with. Let me share this too. Hold on. She's very close with Chrisean. And if she had an update throwing in our faces, well, not our faces, because I want her to be out. I just hope when she gets out, she's active on social media, getting the bag, and get out of hiding. Get herself out of hiding. That's what I want her to do. It says right here. It says Chrisean Malone is scheduled for release on 6/20/2024. Date may change. You will be notified again when the offender is released. And it says, for more information, call. And it says right here, which I'm going to call tomorrow. That is from Saturday, June 15th. It says right here, Chrisean's update. Looks like, what is this? Militia something got an update from VineLink on Chrisean this morning. And her time will be served for the James Wright case in 5 days. Like I knew, 5 to 10 more days. LA is overcrowded, like I said as well. And this case is super petty. We're talking about in California, it's super petty. It's not petty what it went on in Oklahoma. She was caught with pharmaceuticals in her car. What will It says, what will OK do? What will OK do? Are they coming or not? Oh, Oklahoma. I'm sorry. What will Oklahoma do? Are they coming or not? Now, let me look on here. All right, this is the new page that I never knew of. I'm going to stop following that page. I like to support. And let me see if she got the full docs. And let me see if I can look this up on my Vine account. And then I'm going to stop sharing here. And then I'm going to see if I can look up on my Vine account and see where they got this information from. Yeah, but that's two different things, sweetie. Let me look at the comments first. I think Oklahoma sent them people to pick her up. Yeah, they're not going to give her no pass like that. Me, ex-probation officer, my ex-probation officer, he said more than likely she won't because they already reinstated it. He said they will a Zoom with her going over the interstate and news. That's what I just said. They'll probably do. Now, didn't I say a Zoom call? They'll probably do a Zoom, but which means she still got to be in contact with Oklahoma. She might not have to go there, but she might have to do a Zoom. I did say that. But we're not going to just say she got to reinstate and she ain't going to have to speak to somebody about her new because they want to make it clear to Chrisean Rock that she has to follow these stipulations because she abandoned the first probation obligation. So they're not just going to make it all that easy for Chrisean because Chrisean just acted like she didn't have probation. She will still have to go to Oklahoma. That's what I'm thinking too. But Captain needs their website taken down because she's making a mockery out of. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Yeah, I heard that too. They don't expedite unless it's upper series. Well, they said a super series. They said, listen to this. I can't remember where I read it at. That they're making it Chrisean's legal obligation to pay for her to get expedited out of her own money. So I'm like, I don't know how true that is. I don't think they want to make a trip to Cali. Bottom line, she played in the judge's face. That bastard judge, you are correct. No, if you were following the case, you see had listed. They changed it. Judith, I'm gonna say this to you again respectfully. I got plenty of videos. I even got videos where people are cussing me out in the comment section because they're mad that I kept showing the word abscond. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you something just how I stay on Vine. And on June 10th, if you were following the case, ma'am, I'm going to say this again. They put it as reinstated, and I got an automated call that they reinstated it. I went and looked physically myself on the Vine site after Vine called me on the automated call that they called my phone, and they told me it was abscond was taken off and reinstated. So you got to pay attention. I've been following Chrisean Rock very closely, and that is the website I use to look up the information. Vine. So please don't tell me what I'm not following. You're not following. You're the one not following what I'm saying. Near you, the warrant will be lifted as well. They will do a Zoom and go over her new terms in interstate. Right, that makes sense. Gets reinstated once you're caught. Right, she will still have to go take it from someone that has been in the situation before. But hey, we shall see. Right, exactly. That's all I can say. Behave in 831. I'm trying to tell you. That's all you can do is see, because you can't go back and forth. When you got somebody that is a straight supporter, and like me, like I said, I support Chrisean to a certain extent, but when she ain't doing right, I'm gonna call her out on it. But when you get someone who thinks that support means even when the person's doing bad, they still they're still gonna defend the bad, it ain't no making no sense to them or trying to make it make sense with them because they're just gonna stick to what they think, even if it's not what it is. And what usually happens is once it doesn't happen the way that they think it's going to happen, you don't even hear them say stuff like, you know what, you were right. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, all we can do is see. SL, the Oklahoma judge okayed her to continue probation here to say compact work for probation and parole. I already looked it up. All right. Like I said, she's going to either have to do a Zoom, which is the same thing as having to go there. She's going to have to speak with somebody, and we're going to have to find out what the stipulations are of the probation. No, she don't have to necessarily go in person. That's what I just said, Zoom. So I'm not going to go. I already said that, Shakira. Love you to death, sis. But I already been saying that. I said she might not necessarily have to go in to the state, go to the state, but she's gonna have to probably do something like a Zoom because they sometimes do Zoom, and I know people have been listening to my loud voice. I know people have been listening to my loud voice since I've been on this internet, and I'm quite sure people probably my neighbors probably hear me talking. And I said that she has to go Oklahoma. Bottom line, she taunted the judge online, saying, I'm not turning myself in. They are going to play those live. Judges have all the evidence. Yep. That's what I saw earlier today. Similar. She is done, guys. Her case is reinstated. She's going home. She don't have to go to Oklahoma. The circus is crazy. This circus is crazy. I know it. I lived there in California and talked with the probation officer here. I looked up, and as I have access to the law enforcement info, it says we will also see in 5 days. We'll see in 5 days. We'll all see. I'm not. It don't make me no difference. All I know is that I know that the probation has been reinstated. I want to hear people tell me if you want to impress me, look up what is the terms of the probation. That's what you need to tell me. That's what I want somebody to tell me. List the terms of the probation. Cause we know the terms of the probation of Chrisean Rock. We know after she does the 5 days and gets released on June 20th, she got a 12 month probation sentence. We know that. Tell me what is in Oklahoma? What is her new probation sentence? I worked for the California Parole Office for 20 years. Okay. Everyone is worried about what Marsh is doing, but Chrisean would not leave her baby with anyone if she did not think that Junior would. Yeah, that's why Queen Grandma, I didn't entertain when people were saying where is Junior, because everybody knows where Junior's at and they know he's in good hands. She is not coming home. She committed another violent crime, needs to learn the law. Well, Sonya, like you said, we'll see, because I'm not saying she's got to go all the way to Oklahoma, but they'll definitely do a Zoom or something with her. Maybe a Zoom, or maybe even over the phone. Who knows? Like a conference call over the phone. I don't know. But she's going to there's definitely terms to her reinstatement. No, because maybe the lawyer she had worked out where she don't have to go to Oklahoma. That could be true too. We don't know, but all these are our assumptions. So I'm not going to assume, because you know what assuming does. It makes us out of ourselves. So I don't want to do that. But time will tell. That's all I can tell you. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that she doesn't have to go to Oklahoma. I hope that, they let her go home to Junior. I just can't wait for her to get out. And all I can say going further, is that I want her to get out, and I want her to stop being in hiding, because she's seeing right now all she had was me, myself, and I. Blueface is too busy out here doing stupid stuff, getting stuff caught in the cell. You know what I'm saying? And he should have been out, not been out, but he should have. Well, they were saying when he went back to court that he would have been getting out on June 10th. But what happens? He got another case that we didn't even find out about until maybe last week, that Wack 100's facing about what was caught in his room. Everybody kept saying that was a setup. Everybody ran that was a setup. And it come to find out it wasn't no setup. It was not a setup. Yes, make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in here. Hit the like button. Nobody wants to be in this situation. It's sad and stressful. Hopefully she gets out and does right. Right. Exactly. All prior probation corrections have been reinstated. 2027. She does have the same probation officer she already had in Los Angeles. The last interstate compact was reinstated. It says make sure you like exactly, Heather. Says Tiffany, her probation officer, she is a menace to society letter were written. Yeah, I got to pull that up. I probably could find it on Hennessy's channel. 9 times out of 10, I probably found it on Hennessy's channel because Hennessy is very informative. She's very informative. I love that lady's channel. She really, really does her due diligence. I guess we'll find out for sure. Right, exactly. I'm not going to keep going back and forth. So, like I said, I'm not disagreeing that she might not have to go physically to Oklahoma, but she's going to have to do some sort of a Zoom call. And just like it was broken down with her terms of probation was, we need to see, well, we don't need to see, she needs to see. But let me see right here. Let me see. And Jaidyn, it looks like Jaidyn's showing that Jonathan tattoo again. Uh-oh. Does it mean something? Let me share, present. Does that mean something? Make sure y'all hit the like button. I can see it better on. I'm going to let y'all read this. I'm not reading this. I'm going to have y'all read this. I'm going to just put it up. Where's it at? Blue Rock TV. Because I think I can see it better on Blue Rock TVs. Oh, this is... No, I can't actually. I guess we're going to have to go with the other one, I guess. Because I can't really see. It's too dark. The other one is. And then the letters on Blue Rock TVs is too small for me. I don't know. Oh, it's been cut off too, so. Oh, this is for the... Actually, this is... It says right here, term 12 months, status in effect. It says right here. And then it says the charges. It says assault with deadly weapon, not firearm. Okay. Chrisean took a plea deal today in court where she was charged with assault on James Wright and her battery charge was dropped. She was sentenced to 30 days in jail and 12 months of probation. She will do 30 days in LA County and then she will be picked up by Oklahoma and sentenced for her probation violation. And then it says credit to whoever this person is right here. Was this on Facebook? Let me see who this person is. Let's see if I can look this person up. That's what it says here. So is this it? See which one this is. That's weird. Oh, that I know why that did that. Hold on. I'm trying to copy and paste because I don't know where this came from. Maybe that's on that was on Twitter. I don't know. I have no idea, but that's what let me see if I can look on Blue Rock TV. See if he has any updates. It says this email is to inform you that Chrisean Malone with offended number is approaching the end of court sentence and is scheduled to be released on 6/20/2024. This date may change depending upon a number of factors. You may want to call the Vine service as the date gets near to find out if it has been changed. You will be notified again when the offender is released. These are notifications that you can sign up for. Chrisean Rock release date is set for June 20th, 2024. More updates will be provided once it's available. It's because it says right here, Chrisean Rock release date is June 20th. However, allegedly Oklahoma can still pick her up. The big question is, will they? Hopefully, the big baby will be home with her little baby sooner than some think. Thoughts, sip tea. Shout out to Tea Time with Latrice. And this is the email she got. It says, my faith has increased 1,000 times over. Glory. That's what's up. So yeah, I'm just showing you, information that that I got. That's all. That's it. That's all. Let me take this tab down. All right, so let me read these comments. I have not been ignoring anybody. I've just been looking on this thing here. Kudos to you for bringing some content. Thanks, Map. She never got an interstate compact and no probation officer in LA. Hopefully, the fact that she was on lockdown and was staying home, spending time with Junior and living clean has favored it kept control. It says Blueface got in a lot of issues. Fight drugs found in field drug screen. It is a meth. So Wack lied. Yes, court docs also. You said where's that at? Can you send that link so we can look it up, Tiffany? Matter of fact, we'll pull up the actual video where he lied then. Because I got 2 recap videos I'm gonna share. And like I said, I believe that he did lie. He is not did lie, but I believe that he does lie. Not did lie, but he does lie.
Carry on.
All right, so we're gonna look at this because that's my commentary video that I put up for I think 3 o'clock. Let me read this interstate. And I'll pull up the Wack 100 again. Once this is all over with, she can now show and travel, do public events. Well, no, Shakira, she's still not going to be able to do that because Blueface does not want her doing anything until he gets home. That's not the reason why she couldn't travel, Shakira. It was because of the insecurities of Blueface. He wanted her in the house. He can trust, in his mind, he can trust Jaidyn, even though she gets twisted, sister, because she likes girls. He doesn't have to worry about her. I guess women are not a threat to Blueface, but men are to him. So it's okay what Jaidyn does, because if she does anything, it's with a girl. But it's not okay what Chrisean does, because if she does something, it's 9 times out of 10 gonna be with a guy. It says then they would be a violation in Oklahoma. It would transfer to California. It says that letter was originally sent from for the James case was reduced to misdemeanor in Oklahoma. Okay. All right. It says that's hate page SL. They hate Chrisean. I know, Shakira. I know. I just figured that out. I figured it out a couple of days ago. I was trying to ask people if they could give me the IG page to that girl with the blue hair that was in the courthouse with Denat, that they're allegedly saying set up Chrisean Rock. And nobody knew what I was talking about, because nobody even responded to me in the comment section. But come to find out, I was on a channel holder's page a day prior, and I was following that person with the blue hair. Not happening, Shakira. The judge would have to give that permission. There will have to permission. There have to be stipulations. Chrisean has no intention to change her behavior. Has proven over and over. The list is endless. That is crazy. Hate page, Hennessy Circus, pre-box is the legit information. Oklahoma has a update. Prayers. Well, let's look there first before we even start this video. Yes, but Vines Public NC is the National Crime Information Center, only law enforcement access. Okay, let me look that up. I just don't want to get too behind in these comments. So let me see. Let me look up Vine. Let me get out my where's my phone? I got to get my password. Oh boy, Oklahoma. Let's look it up. Oklahoma. I definitely want to see Chrisean get out. Um, and people that wish her to be in there is sick. You know, bloggers and vloggers who bring you guys this information, that's how they make their bread and butter. So there's no possible way, even if my intentions wasn't good for Chrisean, let's say that for an example, which my intentions are good for Chrisean. I get cussed out a lot. Recently, I just been kind of mad at Chrisean. However, oh man, I gotta. What is my? See, I don't even know my password by heart, and my phone is dead. Oh man, let me hold on one second. Let me try to do this password thing, and then I can't. All right, let me take that off. Share. I thought that I had was shared it already. Signed up. Record unknown. Docket number. Probation type active supervision, which I already seen this already. Supervision status June 12th, 2024. Date. It says beginning date March 15th, 2023. Ending date March 14th, 2027. So where it says and right here, get notifications. Ooh, we don't need that. Oh Lord. I'll be having people crank calling me now. Let me move that out the way. Now, where could we find any extra? Hold on one second. Let me go over here. My info, alerts, search. Let me go back to what I was just looking at. All right. So I pulled up the record. Now, where could we find um where can we find any additional information? It says record details. On Vine, where could you find any other additional information? Is what the question I want to know. If you get an interstate compact, that changes the state in which you have probation. Oklahoma would have no jurisdiction over her. Her warrant would be from California probation officer. Shakira, clearly you are justifying her violent behavior. Sonya, stop being bad. She's one of her supporters. She has a right to, if she good or bad, she has a right to still, defend it regardless. I mean, that's her prerogative. Sonya, I'm actually not. I've said several times she needs to take accountability and get her life together, and I believe she will. Yeah, Jaidyn ain't going nowhere. Blueface is a clever man, and if CashApp is not doing nothing else for him, he's going on and move on to the next. Yeah, I promised SL I would not put false information if I didn't know the facts. I have law enforcement access not available to public works. I believe you, Tiffany. I believe you. Henny had the docs on her page. I'm gonna check it out in a second. I just wanna go over because Tiffany was saying something about says so SL you don't believe she will try. I don't I think that they have Zoom. I know she's gonna have to be in contact. She's gonna have like a court appearance, either going there physically to the state courthouse, or she's gonna have to do a Zoom. It says Tiffany, are it says Tiffany, you are state employed, have access. You should be on release private information. Update was 6/12, the same. She is done reinstating in Oklahoma. So SL, so you don't think you said so women. So SL, so you don't think she will travel or do any shows till Blueface? I don't think she will. I think maybe I hope Shakira that when she gets out that she's more active with her fans and supporters. And I think that she owes that to them because you guys ride so hard for her, and it's so sad that she's allowing Blueface to control her like that. And then as soon as she switch, she as soon as she says I'm going to do what I want to do, I'm tired of being in this house. Then he wants to unfollow her on social media, and he wants to drag her name and call her all kind of bees, and it's just too much. Like, just let the girl be. Let her get to her bag. She's not going to be able to get to the bag like she wants to, especially with all these fees and fines that she has to pay. She has to work. She has to work. I still have access to the information, and my daughter too just graduated from UCSB. Her doctor. Oh wow, criminal justice. So we are very connected and involved. Also work for 911 dispatch. Wow. Okay, Tiffany. But All right, so Tiffany, now you were saying something about that Wack was lying about that it was, and you know what? And if it was, whether it was or not meth, I'm gonna say this to you. I think that it was personal use. Why would somebody that has money need to be in jail selling that like he's on a struggle when you got a woman who's got money too? She says allegedly. She's making sure you got canteen every week. A couple of $100 you're spending on canteen. You have a cook. Why are you in there selling to inmates? I think he was using it.
With the Blueface shoe about that other stuff with
The
niggas.
Blueface, what you think?
They saying Blueface got caught with some meth in the jail.
With meth.
On me. That's look at the top of this thing.
I got caught with when I've been fighting this violation for 3 months.
Right.
When I got caught with THCA. Less than 0.3. You know, with meth, you have a whole new charge. And that's not a trial, that's a probation hearing. Talking about.
Look, you already know when once words spread, like
bro, see, you gotta remember that people will send you what they want to send you.
One thing I will say is people were saying that it was set up. Now, I don't care if it's meth, fake weed, spice, THCA, whatever. One thing I'm not going to do is add extras, because a lot of people were saying in my comment section of this chat prior, he was set up. I think he was set up. He was not set up. And one thing, even if we don't know if Wack 100's lying or not, one thing he did not confirm is that he got set up. He made it clear through this conversation he wasn't set up because it wasn't meth, he said. And the word set up, he not one time said or agreed that he was set up. Wack 100. So if he was set up, Wack 100 was straight up say he was set up. Just to also take the weight off of Blueface. So please listen to what this man said. I'm talking about, even if he's lying about that it wasn't meth and it was meth, you have not heard Wack 100 confirm that Blueface was set up. You can clearly hear in this conversation, Wack is talking, and it sounds like Blueface had it in his room, and when they did a room check, they found it in his room. Period. Point blank.
Y'all problem is y'all entertain a lie. Like, all you gotta do is just do a little investigation.
Hey, now look, see, I'm gonna come direct to the source. I heard about the word ago. You feel me? I'm gonna go after G Homie. I ain't finna be sitting here playing with y'all world.
It might be over for him. Blueface is caught with Bay. He wasn't caught with no dumb caught with what they thought was TA. Bro, I came in here last month and told y'all I had to go to court for Blueface and order them test the weed. It ain't come back weed. It ain't weed. THCA. It's not even weed. It came back less than 0.3 of THCA. Whatever it is. Like some type of resin. I don't be entertained.
No, I don't think she's gonna travel on
meth, have a whole new charge, please.
Shakira.
Gotta stop entertaining people. Like, when people show you half of the end of something, you look for the beginning. You know why they didn't want to show you the beginning? Because the beginning shows you who the fight was with. You see that guy right there? I don't know that guy. But he's not me. Yeah, that's denied. Might be over with for him. Blueface was allegedly caught with meth inside of his jail cell. Lord have mercy.
But if you watch the video, the guy is saying that he feels like it's them trying to set him up and to roll the video.
It ain't about trying to set him up. It's not even meth. It's THCA. Write-up was for marijuana. I'm the one ordered the test a month and a half ago. It was always marijuana. And the test came back not marijuana, THCA. Less than 0.3, which cannot be classified as marijuana. Never had nothing to do.
Hey guys, back with another one. But before I start, make sure you smash that like button. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you do so, making sure that that notification bell is on with the option all. So when I upload these videos, you are the first one to watch. Also, make sure to leave a comment on this video. So getting directly into it, I just wanted to confirm that Blueface, in fact, according to Wack 100, is saying at this present time that Blueface was not caught with meth. It was tested for weed. That's what I guess was put down on the paperwork when it was caught in his room. And it was not a setup. It was tested for weed, confirmed by Wack 100 allegedly. He had asked them to get it tested to see what, in fact, was caught in his room. Again, not a setup. It doesn't even appear that Wack 100 is trying to run with the narrative that Blueface was set up. And allegedly, this has been going on for a few months. It obviously was on the hush hush because it just recently got put out like it was some new news, but it's actually some old news. And this is probably the reason why Blueface is still incarcerated and not getting out on July 3rd because of the case being pushed back. And it can potentially be another violation to his probation. But if it's not in the narcotic books of regulation of a violation and it's not what is called an illegal substance, he might not be facing any felony charges of any crimes committed while in jail, and it might not affect his probation. But they pushed the court date back, as we all know. This is why Blueface is not out of jail because of that. And I just want to confirm that because there's a lot of rumors going around, and I feel as though we can look at Blueface as it coming from the horse's mouth only because it's the manager. Not that we think that he's an honest person. We have caught him in quite a few lies in the past, Wack 100. However, this will fall back on Wack 100 if, in fact, none of this is the truth. And Blueface is looking at more time because it was tested for, in fact, methamphetamines. However, I just want to say to you that at this current time, he's saying it was tested and it's not any sort of marijuana or meth, and that
That's if they're
this
married.
has nothing to do with Blueface not getting out. He will be getting out and he will not be facing any more time. He also is standing by the.
Okay. So do you guys see that? Read it. I don't know nothing about weed. I don't even know how to read that big word. It says THCA, natural or synthetic. The THCA, whatever it is a naturally occurring cannabinoid, whatever, that is abundant in raw cannabis buds and does not have a psychotic, whatever quantity, which consumed in its unprocessed form. THCA is converted into a psychoactive THC chemical when heated, smoked, or vaped. So I don't know nothing about these words, these the lingo. I don't know nothing about no weed. I don't like smoking no weed. It makes me paranoid. It makes my face hot and all of the above. I don't like it. So I don't really know nothing about it. I'm not no expert on it. Don't want to be. Does not come from the weed plant. It's right here. I looked this up on Google. I didn't make that up. Natural occurring cannabinoid. It says it's a natural occurring cannabinoid that is abundant in raw cannabis buds. I looked this up. Right here. I looked it up. This is Google. Give me a break. I'm getting debunked, and I looked it up. I can't listen. Don't shoot the messenger. This is what I looked up. What is THCA? That's all I did. I didn't make it up. Just like when I bring information, when I do my due diligence on stuff, legal docs or whatever, like when I got the automated call, exactly when they changed abscond on Oklahoma to reinstate it, I told you guys. It was a message, automated message that was sent to me. Just like I just looked up on Google. This is what Google said. That's not what SL Davis said. This is what Google said. Right here. I looked up right here on Google. Even though they want to be together, they cannot because of two cannot be in the same household. I don't know. Although the words are foreign, we all know how to pronounce and we can look up the words. Correct, Mip. It says, so how was that okay in a correctional right? It's illegal, period. They are trying to give him 2 more years for, and I gotta agree with Tiffany on that because why? Number one, Wack 100 don't keep nothing on the hush hush. We just found out about a couple of days ago that the reason why he's going into court, because I thought that was kind of weird. Why are they taking him into court? He already knew what his sentence was for the probation violation. He turned himself in, I think, in January, right? Correct? The first of the year. He was supposed to be doing his probation time and getting out the beginning of July. Why was it pushed up? Now we know why it was pushed up. Because Wack 100 said he'd been fighting this case for 3 months, but he's kept it on a hush hush. That's why it was pushed up, the date, where he might be getting allegedly out on July at the end of the month. Definitely tries to verify her information, it says. SL definitely tries to verify. Right. So it's like, thank you, Tiffany, sweetie. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you, sweetie. But yeah, why are they pushing his date up? And it clearly, it's even a picture where that THCA is associated with cannabis. It's found in the bud of cannabis. It's one of the compounds found in the bud of cannabis. Just like hemp seed. It's from the shells. Hemp is made from the shells of it's all grown together, but the hemp is cold pressed into oil, and it has therapeutic benefits. It can help with anxiety, inflammation, pain, stuff like that. All kind of things. It's called hemp seed, and they make hemp oil out of it. Actually, I need to buy me some. I had me some real good hemp seed oil, and it used to help me with my anxiety naturally. Hello, Judith. That's so Davis and everyone. How are you, sweetie? So, anyways, let's look at Chastity, because she definitely got some coins. She's definitely going to California. I don't know if she's going when she's going, but she's going very soon. But she definitely got some coins off of the supporters of Chrisean Rock. Yes, I need help. Oil too. I said, yes, I need hemp oil too. I love that stuff. Ooh, child, got to get me some more. And that's made from the cannabis too, but it doesn't have THC in it. Doesn't have not even THA in it. So if you was to get tested, you will not be tested for THC. SL, she scammed 3. No, she did not. See, that's what I'm. Put a Y in the chat if you believe that Chrisean Rock's sister got 340,000. I can't believe that. It's possible, but that's a lot of cash apps there. But how would they know, Sonia? Please, you got to put in the comment section where we can find this information at. Because I don't want to be known as a channel holder that people put information in my chat and it's not, it's so bogus and over the top. It's like, don't come on SLJ's channel. She got people to put all these bogus claims in in the chat, but they don't have no receipts, and she just be going with it. I don't want to be known for a channel that does that. It's still not allowed in the correctional institute. He's fighting the 2 years charge for the. No, I'm not talking about the THCH. I'm talking about the hemp is also made from the cannabis, but it doesn't have THC in it. Of course, I mean, I'm not in jail, but I wouldn't recommend somebody in jail to have even hemp oil, even if it, for therapeutic purposes. Oh, I have the hemp because of therapeutic purposes. They can look it up and see that it's still made from the cannabis plant, even if it doesn't have any THC in it. But I'm just saying, no, I need to get me some hemp. But I don't like the way THC marijuana makes me feel, so I don't mess with it. So yeah, I get it. That's not allowed in there either. But something that says THCA, that means it got a little bit of something in there. He said it's less than 3%. She has 5 different cash apps. I couldn't believe it. Wow, sorry, typo. It said sorry, typo. Yeah, I don't think she got no 300 and something thousand though. Well, the attorney general is investigating. We'll see what happens. Can I ask you a question? Is there any way it says CBC has no THC and yes, hemp is legal? Right. Right. And I use hemp. It says CBD2 has no THC. Yep. I've used CBD and I use hemp. But like I said, yeah, he was using, that was personal use. Whatever was found in his cell was personal use, and that's my opinion. I'm gonna stick with that. So does anybody have any proof that that's how much she took? Is there anywhere we can find this information at, please? I'm hearing that she has more charges coming on assault. It looks bad, and I think Blueface mentally destroyed her. I don't know. We'll see. I just hope that she gets out, and I just hope that if she's gonna follow the rules of, not doing any club appearance, because I'm gonna tell you something. If Blueface is looking at more time, it is not a wise decision for Chrisean to make to be in jail with him mindset, because she needs to make money. She's got to put Junior first right now. She needs to put Junior first. She needs this money. She really can. We make sure we hit that like button, please. Hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button or the dislike button, but hit one of them, please. Let me see. She needs to really be making money, and it's really sad that she doesn't see it for what it is. I really hope that she gets it eventually. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just doing foolishness at this point. So let me go to Hennessy review, because I see that nobody's responding. We pick and choose what we're going to respond to. But if you make wild claims in my chat, please back it up. Please back it up. Don't make wild claims that she took. Where did you hear this at? Is what I want to know. CashApp sister. Because I can't see Cash App putting that out. CashApp's sister Chastity claims she only received $220 through Cash App before they. I don't know about that. CashApp tells her sister Chastity, the lawyer, that she's sending money. Yeah, I honestly don't like when, people are in my chat and they put these bogus claims. It's like, where are you getting this information from? Like, I mean, it couldn't even be 1,000. It had to be
almost over $250,000. Come on, stop. Maybe that was a typo. So let me see. Sonya, if you're still in this chat, you need to let me know why are you saying what you're saying. SL, she scammed $340K. That's $340,000. We can't just be in here with this false narrative. That is just ludicrous.
Did you start packing your bag?
Packing what bags?
Wake up about it. I'm tired. I'm done. Guys, it's a wrap. Oh, to go to no. We're done. Please.
I'm gonna start tomorrow. Did you?
I'm not taking anything. I'm gonna get new stuff. I'm just taking some underclothes.
You bringing a suitcase?
No, I don't feel like carrying all
Exactly.
that.
Wild claims.
Did you start packing your bag? For what I got going on, because I got some business to handle out there. When I come out there, I'm gonna teach you how to get your own place.
She already got her own place. You sound like a clown.
Blue wasn't teaching her. He was doing everything for her so she could stay up under him. I said, I gotta give you that knowledge. Mookie said, teach her everything you know that she need to know. Get her on. She already up. Like, you feel?
Don't you like when people deflect when they know that they're guilty, like how Chastity's doing right now? If you were trying to help your sister, you wouldn't have took none of her fans or supporters' money. Period. Point blank. Girl, bye. The beginning call Red Jerry stated same info. I asked receipts so I could give info to AG Mr. Bonetta. Yeah, but you're not gonna get no receipts because I think that you always will hear me say you get people that plant seeds and they wake up in the morning and they say, I'm just gonna start rumors up. And it's like, where these rumors, these harsh allegations coming from? Like, where these bogus claims coming from? You like, now I'm asking her to tell me where she got. I know she's in the bushes if she's not in the chat, and you don't get a response. That right there lets you know that we can pass on that she took $340,000 because the person's not even responding now to this bogus claim that they put in the chat.
Let me help her get on her knowledge. So that was my plan. And plus, my plan was to help my mom. I said, Mom, my mother said on live earlier, I said, I can't pay your bills like I did before. But when I'm going to pay mommy bills. Way together. So I said, I'm going to get the apartment in somebody's name for you. I'm going to get it approved, and I'm going to pay the security deposit. Can y'all pay y'all first month's rent? My mother was not paying attention. So me and Pops talked. And Pops told my mother what I said. But that was my plan, to handle my mom and Chrisean at the same time. Help Chrisean with her warrants and stuff. I did not want her to go to jail and her baby be out here.
Girl, you wasn't trying to help her with no warrant.
That I went through.
You waited till she went to jail, and now you were helping
was to do that for my sister before she even got caught. The day she went there, Hot T sent me something and said somebody had to set her up. I sent it to her and told her. We was on FaceTime. While she was doing her lashes in her mirror and whatever car she was in, I was doing my eyebrows. And I said, I don't want you to go in there because I got a bad feeling. I had a bad dream. But she loved her and she went in there. And they took my sister. Before I could even help her, what I had plans on helping her with. Y'all don't know me. Y'all jumping on bandwagon because y'all seen other family hurt her and stuff. I'm not one of them. That's the landlady. And y'all trying to say, oh, you broke it up. Yeah, because I ain't selling dope and coke. I ain't selling edibles and weed. I ain't selling pills. I'm not running blocks no more. I'm having a daughter. Yeah, I'm doing the right thing. I don't want to do none of all that money. All money ain't good money. And now, yeah, I'm opening my eyes. You know, so you can say what you want about me. Because guess what? I'm only going to go up. God is going to keep protecting me and blessing me. Every time y'all try to hurt me, I turn around to a new blessing.
Guys, back with another video, but before I stop, make sure you smash that like button. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you do so. Making sure that notification bell is on with the option all, so when I upload these videos, you are the first one to watch. Also, make sure to leave a comment on this video. You know, it is disgustingly sad
how these Malones are just running a muckery up and down social media, robbing Chrisean Rock's fans and supporters. I feel like I've been robbed. I mean, I have been stuck on this story for a good
Tiffany.
almost 2 days that this incident has happened. I really did not imagine how much of a slime ball Chastity was. She's like a straight slime ball. She's literally going to California with her son. I know you guys heard, put it in the comment section of the video. She's literally saying she's not bringing anything because she don't feel like carrying anything or lugging anything around. The only reason why you can do that is because you stole people's money. People that Chrisean Rock does business with. She provides the entertainment, they provide the support, and you're stealing from them. Can you imagine how much money that girl probably got from this whole situation? Can you imagine the game that she has ran on so many people and all the thousands, not hundreds, but thousands of dollars this girl has got running game on Chrisean Rock's supporters? And then she has a nerve to talk about we're hating on her. I feel really
I know
bad
it.
for the
That's
Malone
crazy, right,
family.
Tiffany?
It's like that mother and father, they messed them kids up bad. I know they're adults. A lot of people are going to say,
I saw it, but I wasn't gonna put it online. It just didn't resonate with my soul to put that online. I just said I ain't doing all that. That is sad.
they're adults now. Yeah, you're right. They're adults. They're messed up adults. They were
They
messed
are
up
messed up.
bad. I mean, bad. And it's so sad that she doesn't see anything wrong with what she just did. It is really sad. And even had the audacity to involve her mother, which we all believe in. She either supplied the narcotics to her to get high so that she could co-sign and clean up the mess that Chastity had
I guess
did,
they got to
as
investigate it
father stealing
first.
that money through
There's
Cash App,
even gonna be
or
an
she was
investigation.
already high and probably gave her a few dollars to get even higher. This goes to show what kind of a person Chastity really is. She is a straight slime ball. I hope that she really gets help
Exactly. She's
because
defending herself too
this
much.
ain't gonna fly. This is not gonna fly with the community. I hope going forward, I don't care if Chastity needs it and it's an emergency. I hope no one ever supports this girl.
She had 3
And I
different
hope just because
source
of what
code.
she did, nobody even supports any of the Malones, and they should blame it all on Chastity. Because if it wasn't
Now
for
then
Chastity,
get away.
maybe people would want to help when help is
Well, she's
needed.
always jammed up with the
But when
police.
you are doing
Always
these kind of
scamming people.
things to
Scamming.
Chrisean Rock supporters, you not only mess up the credibility with Chrisean Rock and how they're going to view her, but you mess up your own credibility because you'll probably need something before Chrisean Rock, but no one will believe you because you're always crying wolf and you're always stealing from people that help you time after time after time. Such a slime ball.
So it's like y'all doing all that hateful stuff to me, and God loves me, and you better be careful because people that hurt me die or go to jail. And I'm just being honest. Like stuff happened to them.
She sound crazy.
They be people that use me, all that, then they can't come back around me. God don't like ugly. You can't keep trying to hurt me, a pure person that really love and care about people. You can't keep doing that. And this is my last time responding to China or any of y'all hate. Leave me alone.
Oh, now you're the victim?
Because I don't bother y'all. Like, what y'all mad for? What did I do? What did I do to you? Do you know what I mean? Did I say anything to you? Did I post anything about you? Did I start anything with you? Like, what did I do?
No, you just stealing people's money.
And then y'all say mean stuff about my sister, We are protected. Touch not my anointed and do them no harm. Y'all keep messing with the anointed. I know y'all not good on the other side. I know y'all not good.
The anointed don't steal from people.
So it's like
she sounds like Chrisean too.
I'm gonna ignore y'all for now on.
supporting
My friends
Malone.
tell me
No
ignore
way.
y'all, don't be
Ain't
into
Rock
it. It's not worth it.
supposedly
I know it's sad,
to
but it's
be
like
right. She's rich. She's supposed to be
it's
rich.
people that know the truth and won't even speak up or say nothing. So today I came to say something. I know I said a little bit earlier, but now I'm saying enough. And I don't know how long I've been on here, but I feel like I've been on here like 30 minutes or more. And that's
And you ain't
enough.
saying nothing.
I could say a whole bunch more. But I don't like mess. I'm just tired of trying to keep me. And I didn't do nothing to her. And then you have certain kids of yours being weird following the bandwagon because I don't deal with them. They so hurt that I cut them off. They want to jump on a wagon and bash me. But tell the world how I took care of you and loved on you when your mommy didn't. Mommy. Tell the world that. Go live and tell the world what I did for y'all. Good. Stop making up stuff to make me look bad. And this is my last time saying it. If you think, don't send me nothing. That's why all my comments and all that off. Only people can comment is the 100 people I follow. Sorry to the people that love me and want to show me love and comment and message me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to have the rest of my pregnancy peaceful. I'm getting off of Instagram July. I'm not even going to be on Instagram.
Why are
Nowhere to
you
be
running?
found.
Because you know they're gonna be looking for you by
Because
that
I
time. They'll
realized
figure out what you did when they do
Instagram
an
is like
investigation allegedly on you.
evil. A lot of
We
evil
don't know if
people
that's
on
even
there.
gonna happen, but I hope so.
And I'm tired of y'all.
Well, we're
And
tired of
I need
you.
some
Get off
peace for
the
the end of my
line.
pregnancy. My baby been going through it with me. Like, we'd have been through so much pain. I ain't finna.
She's saying she's tired of us. Why are you Malone's inserting yourself on social media like you guys are the star? The star is your sister. So you shouldn't be tired of us. You should not be tired of Chrisean Rock and Chrisean Rock's supporters or fans. Stop inserting yourself around Chrisean Rock's fans and supporters trying to get money from them. They're not your supporters. They're not your followers. They're not your fans. You're trying to clout chase and get a bag off of Chrisean's setup, Chrisean's work. Without the fans and supporters that you're taking money from, Chastity, there isn't a Chrisean Rock. Chrisean Rock is made by her supporters. They make her who she is. And you're stealing their money. The California Attorney General is investigating for these charges: fraud, wire fraud, falsified documents, and larceny for over 500 in conspiracy, all felonies in California. Her God. His Lord, she doesn't have to be on social media. She must be crazy. Exactly. Talking about she's tired of us. You don't, exactly. We don't care if you leave. You won't be missed. That'll be one less victim that'll get victimized from you. That's gonna sit up there and believe the next story that you run down the pipeline and post a cash app when you're strapped for cash. Stop sending the Malone's money. If you don't directly hear it come out of Chrisean Rock's mouth that she's needing help, maybe she messed up a bag, fumbled her whole life savings. I don't advise that you send any money to her sisters and brothers because we all see that they're friggin' frauds. It's ridiculous. She's pathetic.
I keep letting my daughter go through all this pain.
You are
So,
pathetic.
yes. July, I'm deleting my Instagram. I'll be back
Good
up in a little
riddance.
bit.
Hope you don't
After
never
that.
come back. You won't be missed.
But
You won't
that's
be
all I
missed.
gotta say
You're
for
a
now.
slime ball. You're a slime ball. She's a straight slime ball. She's going to be having her baby in jail again. Her whole family is frauds. Exactly. All right, I'm about to get up on out here. Make sure y'all hit the like or the dislike button. They're both welcome. I promise you they're free to do either or. I will be back on here 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. Also, I will be on here 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So be looking out for me. I will be out with another live I'm just gonna go eat because it's really too early for me to be eating. I went and took a nap, so I slept a little longer than I should have. So I'm about to eat dinner this time of the night, which is horrible, but I'm gonna do it. Chrisean ain't even a star for real. People just hyping up a fake reality person. No real talent for real. You're making me weak, Tave. What is it? Tavina? Blessings to all. Happy Father's Day. And like, yes, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And that also includes the mothers, because we are fathers to, we might be females, but we play the role of fathers and mothers to these children out here, honey. That is guilt. That's why she's shutting down her posts and shutting down her internet page. Right. Thank you, His Lordship, and happy Father's Day to you. Y'all have a blessed day. I will be back on here at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are up, come join me. Make sure, again, that you like, share the video, leave a comment down below. And replay game, if you're just coming in here, make sure you leave a comment, a like, and watch the live. Love y'all. Stay blessed, and I'm out.